Ollie, you never, even as Manchester United, you never play the legend of a club that you draw. But it has to cause a shiver around everywhere at Carrington and Old Trafford. Just to think that it's United against AC Milan is unbelievably historic and evocative of times gone by.
Yeah, of course. It's two clubs with great tradition, and we look forward to it. We welcome one of the big clubs in European football, one of the grands, and they're on the way up again. I'm very pleased to say as well, because of course we had Diogo there, and Zlatan has been here, and you see they're now challenging at the top, and that's where they belong.
The fact that you've loaned one of your footballers to them, and that you're two kings of Europe, must mean that in the actual thing that people don't see, the administrative issues, the mechanism of playing difficult European tie, playing with a club that you know and you've got good relationships with, that has to actually help the things that go on off the pitch that are quite important.
Yeah, of course. You know, we played them in Cardiff, summer of 2019, and I spoke to Paolo quite a bit before the game, and his son was just breaking through. We have had lots of meetings and chats, and when we loaned Diogo to AC Milan, we wanted him to have the exposure of a big club with the standards, expectations, and the pressure that brings. And I've got the ultimate respect for AC Milan as a club. We remember the big games we've had here. I didn't play in them, but you know, when Kaká scored his goals, and I remember Gattuso, they were man marking Cristiano when we played them over there, and it's been some great ties between the clubs.
And speaking about that Cardiff match, their side has changed, so has their manager, but there are one or two from that day, and young Dan scored the winning penalty, which I suppose if a penalty falls his way in the tie that's coming up against Donnarumma, just from muscle memory, that doesn't do any harm.
No, of course it doesn't. We remember that, this team, our team is a young team, and that was it was the start of this team. We just signed Dan and Aaron. Harry wasn't at the club yet, and it seems like we've been through so much since that game, but it's not that long ago, and we remember it. Yeah, definitely.
Last two, Ollie, because this is a really brief interview. You must be pretty satisfied that at a time when you're mounting a serious challenge to win the title domestically, you're able to cope so well across your entire European campaign this season, but also if you take into account your victory at the Anoeta, which was just absolutely astounding. Yeah. That must give you as a manager, with so much to cope with, a particular sense of satisfaction to be keeping the two streams of your really important domestic title and European trophy challenge at such strong levels.
Yes, of course. I think it's, you know, sometimes you think, oh, what a hard draw, what a difficult draw. But it maintains the focus when you know that you have to perform at your best level to go through. And that creates habits. It creates, for us now, we know that there's no respite. We can't give anyone the belief that this is going to be easy. So every game, when we went to Turin to play Real Sociedad, we knew we had to perform at their best level, which is the only way to improve. It's the only way for us to become a Manchester United team to challenge for big trophies. We have to learn to play, recover, play well again, recover, get a result, recover. If you switch off and you think this is an easy game, you can't switch it back on again. And it's demanding. This season is so demanding because we play so many games and with the pandemic and everything, but I think the boys have really improved their mentality. I have to say that the mental strength is improving and the belief and confidence is improving.
To pay proper respect as the last question, I think many people will, not on history, but on current form and squad, possibly place United as favourites to go through from this tie. But that mentality you're talking about, somebody who's going to feature in this tie against you, embodies it. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not only known for his interesting declarations or his special skills, But across his career, he's embodied exactly what you're talking about, this constant hunger to win and be the best. There'll be many people in your squad who knew him and played with him and trained with him. In fact, I spoke to Marcus about him, and he said it was extraordinary because no matter what people think about Zlatan, his training attitude was spot on and hard-nosed every day. As a fellow Scandinavian, sum up what you think about Zlatan, the striker, the legend, the opponent.
Yeah, very, very impressed, of course, with the whole career. I watched him. I followed him. You know, when you win the league, wherever you go, in every team you play in, there is something special in you. He's not very Scandinavian in his approach because we're a bit more quiet and non-controversial. Zlatan has shown what belief and confidence can do to you, and there's so many kids out there that have him as a role model. I know one, for example, that's playing for Dortmund now. He's Erling. I know that he's been looking at Zlatan and learned, you know, that behavior, and because I work with Erling as well, and he has the same mentality. And when the way he came back from his career-threatening injury that he had here at Man United, to everyone think, okay, he went to MLS just to have a nice, easy life. No, he didn't. He built himself up, and now he's at one of the biggest clubs in Europe, mounting a championship challenge and trophy hunt again. And it just goes to show why we all rate him and like him as we do.
It's an extraordinary talent. Looking forward to watching it very much. And can I pass you a compliment on your birthday to say that you aren't simply managing Manchester United very well, but it's lovely to listen to you and watch you doing such good for the club and being such a brilliant representative for it. You're good to all of us at UEFA and to the media, and for that we thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Graham. Thank you very much, and pleasure to speak to you.